What's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Driving Triad. Today I'm right here on Long Branch Trail overlooking downtown with the Reynolds building, the smokestacks, Bailey Park, everything behind me. And you guessed it, we're gonna take you on a tour of downtown Winston-Salem. So don't go anywhere, stick around, we're gonna get right to it. All right, so first thing, we're out here on Long Branch Trail. As you can see, we are overlooking everything that downtown has to offer. And you might find yourself like asking, what is Long Branch Trail? Well, we are right here. The trail itself running over next to some old train tracks, some old railroad tracks there. And this is gonna take you from the south end of Bailey Park and Innovation Quarter all the way up to MLK Drive, other things like Earl's Restaurant, and a few other favorites through here. It's about 1.7 miles, so we're gonna take you right through it. So continuing down the back of Long Branch Trail right now, we are on the backside of the Wake Forest University School of Medicine. This was recently moved to the Bailey Park area just a few years back. Med school here used to be attached to Atrium Hospital, but now having it right here, it's in the middle of everything. It's nicely connected to City Center. So as you know, this is a real estate show, and as we're walking down here, I'm on Chestnut between 5th and 6th Street at the moment, headed back down towards Bailey Park. And you can see you've got the Link Apartments here. And as we get down towards Bailey Park as well, you're gonna have places like One Park Vista and the Piedmont Leaf Lofts, which give you the opportunity for downtown living. Now, prices of those can certainly become quite steep. It just depends what's important for you and what you're looking for in a home. If you're looking to be connected to downtown living, there's not a ton of opportunities, but they are growing by the day. But you do pay a premium for those. All right, so one of the things we're gonna talk here, if we're talking downtown Winston-Salem, is going to be the Coal Pit, which is here with Incendiary Brewing. You've also got Cugino Forno, plenty of other places just right around the corner. You've got Dabine Espresso, Bailey Park on the other side, Cranky's Coffee, Anchor Coffee Bar. So tons of different things to do downtown, but if you're coming here on say a Friday night or something like that, you wanna come out for a slice of pizza, hang out, go to a brewery, you've got Incendiary right here. We can certainly skip up a couple blocks and head to Fiddle and Fish or Wise Man, taking a show at the Ramcat, something like that. But this is gonna be one of those places you're probably gonna end up spending some time in here in Winston-Salem because it is so centrally located to everything else downtown. So checking out right here at the Coal Pit, you've got these old train tracks that are still active. You'll see a train come through here every once in a while. And it's a pretty neat thing, especially as you're sitting there at Cranky's Coffee. You'll have the train come right past you. Gets a little loud if you've got a meeting where you really got to pay attention to, but just being connected to some of that history still. And as we started, we were over here on the other side on the Long Branch Trail there. So you're getting a different perspective of it now, a little bit more up close and personal. But this is someplace you should definitely check out if you're coming to downtown Winston-Salem. So as we mentioned, a place to come, grab a slice of pizza, grab a brew, and hang out right down here beneath the train tracks. You've got all the lights and a stage strung up for an event they were doing down here this weekend. Just finished up the River Run Film Festival as well, so there's been a lot of people in from out of town. Some other restaurants that you're gonna run into right down here in Bailey Park is going to be Alma Mexicana, a great little twist on Mexican food right here on 5th Street and Patterson. You also have 600 Degrees, which is one of the best fine dining experiences in Winston-Salem. Additionally, you're gonna have Barcelona Burger Bar, which just opened up about a year ago at this point. So continually bringing more and more stuff to here, to the downtown area. You heard me mention the Wake Forest School of Medicine that's right downtown here. They do a lot in regenerative medicine with Dr. Atala and his team. And you can see Wake Forest Biotech Place right here as well. This is a hub for a lot of different things that are changing in Winston-Salem. We are no longer the Camel City, you know, still always gonna be one of our nicknames, but that was because of Camel cigarettes. We're now the city of arts and innovation because of the focus much on things like right here in Bailey Park, and to bring new innovative jobs, restaurants, just a different cultural experience to the city. This is the heart of it all. And one thing we get downtown here is you have the Reynolds building. Looks eerily similar to the Empire State Building. Supposedly it is the inspiration for that. So just a little fun fact of the day about Winston. And all of these old tobacco buildings have now been, many of them have been upfitted to include tons of new businesses, restaurants, and of course, Wake Forest has a big influence on Winston-Salem. So you're gonna see that throughout town as well. But you've got different salons, restaurants, financial advisors, whatever you can think of right here in this area of downtown. The outdoor seating area here of Cranky's, great place to grab coffee. As I mentioned, you've got the train tracks that run right next to it. So we'll get a little loud at times, but a great place to come check out. Right tied in here to downtown as well on 3rd Street, so kind of in the heart of it all. All right, so continuing along downtown, we're now in front of Callidium, which is a children's museum right down here downtown. Children's Museum and Science Center. It just opened a few months ago, switched locations. I have not been able to take my kids here just yet, but it's definitely on the to-do list. Right here on 3rd Street, so again, connected to it all. You got this nice little park around it to sit, enjoy your lunch, have a beverage, just enjoy the beautiful weather here in North Carolina. 80 degrees today, shorts and t-shirt. This is the way it's meant to be done. But all these different little things, the investment in the downtown area, bringing kids, bringing families here, not just having this be a place to come and work and go home at 5 p.m. That's what downtown was when I first moved here in 2009. You'd come into the, go to your job, work till 5 or 6 o'clock, then you'd head home at the end of the night. There wasn't a whole lot of entertainment, not too much shopping, definitely weren't a lot of kids museums and things to check out that made it super family friendly. So all this is on the up and up for the new Winston Salem. It's a great addition. I've definitely got to get over here and check this out sometime soon. So you can see up there on the roof of Callidium, you've got some interactive exhibits for the kids to go climbing and adventure and burn off some of that energy. And all this is brand new. Just opened. They did a like a VIP opening just a couple months ago, but now you can still get in there, but you've got to go ahead and plan in advance for the time being. But as I mentioned, nice little park setting. You'll see this in Winston a lot now. People out for a jog, just enjoying the weather that we have here, that we are so privileged to have a lot of the time here being in North Carolina, that spring and fall especially, it's just absolutely beautiful here. Not too hot to get out and enjoy it, but certainly warm enough where you're not having to bundle up either. All right, and so now we're down on 4th Street. This is where you're gonna find the majority of your restaurants. Some people call this Restaurant Row through here. We've got Excurate Mexican restaurant, you got Charm Thai right across the street. You also have Hef's Burger Bar just across the street here. Now that was actually a finalist for a James Beard Award here locally. That is one of the great things I think about Winston-Salem, is that it is a small, mid-town or mid-sized city, I guess you would call it at this point. But there's a ton of great food options. And like I said, it is nominated for a James Beard Award, which if you're a big time foodie, you know what that means. That's a huge honor. So definitely some place to come check out, whether you're here for a weekend or just during the middle of the week, come check out Hef's. Continuing down 4th Street, you've got an Indian restaurant right across the street, O Calcutta, Camino Bakery, some of the best breads, coffees, and that throughout the city. You're going to be right there. It's definitely some place you should go and check out. You have Aperture Cinema up here on the right. If you're looking for like a vintage movie experience, go check out Aperture right here on 4th Street, like I mentioned, in the middle of downtown. Not looking for all the hey, order food in your seat, super reclining seats, everything like that. If you're looking for a vintage movie experience, check out Aperture. Mellow Mushroom on the left. Of course, who doesn't like some mellow mush, depending on what you get there. They took away the Redskin potato pie a couple years ago. That was my favorite. But they'll still make you something very similar to it if you ask. Great spot right here downtown. Obviously, you guys have those all over the country, so you know what I'm talking about. Man, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna continue to walk down 4th Street, just an abundance of different dining options here. And it continues on for blocks. One place, if you're coming out downtown and you want to, hit some pubs and things like that, this is going to be your place to do that, as we're right here near 4th and Marshall. You've got Rec Billiards, which has been there forever, the wrong number, what used to be Bowles Tavern. Plenty of different bars right here. Chamber of Commerce. Those are the people that keep business coming to the area and keep Winston thriving. Very thankful for them. Young Cardinal is a restaurant that has gotten a ton of buzz lately. One of the best spots to go and enjoy a brunch at. As I mentioned before, not a ton of downtown living options in Winston-Salem, but you have more Link apartments going right up here on 4th Street. You're also gonna find some over by the Dash baseball stadium. So It is changing by the day. There's more and more options available to you. It just hasn't traditionally been where a lot of people live, but with an influx of a population and certainly a younger generation as well, downtown living is becoming a more appealing option for some, so you're seeing more variety there. So if you're enjoying this content so far, you want to learn more about Winston-Salem, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for further notifications. Make sure to give me a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email at joel@saintmanrealtync.com. Continuing down 4th Street, just more and more restaurant options. You know, Yamas is delicious Mediterranean street food. Go in there and get yourself a little bowl. It is awesome. Falafel's great there too. Footnote just ahead. This has been a branch off of Foothills, so coffee and cocktails. I also do a lot of different desserts and things here. A great place if you're coming out to check out something during the evening. You know, and there are so many more breweries here in downtown Winston now, but Foothills was one of the OGs, one of the first ones. And you know, I not made a secret of this, I don't drink at all, but Foothills, widely known for producing some of the best beers around here in the area, and the food inside here is also incredible. If you're looking for pub food, it is one of the best places to go check out. I don't feel strange at all going there and not having a drink, still just dropping in there and grabbing some pretzels or something like that. It's awesome. As we continue down 4th Street, we're gonna get into some more dining options. I know, it seems like we've gone through everything at this point, but you still got places like Quanabasta, Moselle's, Springhouse. There's a million different things down here. You know, from casual dining to fine upscale dining. That's First Baptist Church right ahead of us. And that's on the corner of 5th and Poplar. But there are actually quite a few churches in downtown Winston. So if that's something you're into, you like that architecture, want to come check it out, there's plenty of different places like that. 500 West 5th here, you're gonna find lots of different businesses anchored within here, including Flywheel, which Flywheel is a co-working space where you can come and have your office downtown for a minimal fee. You know, depending on the structure that you choose, a couple $100s or more, and you can go up from there, but you get your own spot in downtown, you can get your mail sent there, park. If you choose the one of the more premier memberships there too, you're gonna get free parking, gym membership, everything like that. Right down here on 5th Street, we're gonna be working our way over now towards the Arts District by Trade and Liberty. Down here on 5th Street still, you've got the Convention Center across the street. Well, what do you expect at a convention center? Different speakers coming in, fundraising events, things of that nature. Small Batch right across the street there is, you know, microbrews, things like that. They've got some pretty good food there as well. And Timmy's Hot Chicken right next door. If you are a fan of spice, we don't have a Dave's Hot Chicken or anything like that here. Timmy's will get you though. You can get some spicy tenders there, you get some wings. Those things will light you up if you're not careful. So we're over here in the Arts District now on Trade Street, and another downtown living option. You can see a little bit of a loft area up there. This is gonna be Traders Row. Some of the condos down here can get up northwards, north of $1 million, depending on, you know, the size of the unit that you purchase and, you know, the different amenities included there. But this is one of the premier downtown locations for different loft style living and condo living downtown in Winston-Salem. Okay, our next stop are right here in the Arts District. I'm actually in this exhibit, Artivity on the Green. It is an exhibit that is meant to be walked through, enjoyed, and just experienced. You're gonna find a lot more arts in that up here, being that it is the Art District. You're gonna find a lot more wall murals. You got a lot of small vintage shops, wellness places, bars, restaurants, kind of runs the gamut. We even got the local radio station WTOB up here. A couple places restaurant-wise that I would be remiss if I did not mention Sweet Potatoes, which I believe is again a James Beard Award finalist. 6th and Vine, right there in the corner of 6th Street and Trade, is going to be one of those places to go enjoy a glass of wine, have a charcuterie board, really just more of a chill, relaxed vibe. You have Roar, which used to have a food hall. They've changed that now to an arcade. They've got miniature golf in the basement. They have a bunch of simulators on the second floor, and you can go up to their rooftop bar as well and take your drinks up there and just sort of take in the cityscape around you. Arts District is going to be a really easy place to get around. You can find different on-street parking, got plenty of decks, things like that. Pretty much most of the areas around downtown Winston-Salem are going to be that way. It's not a difficult place to get in, get out of. You know, parking has become, we were very blessed to have it be free for a long time, pretty much everywhere here in downtown Winston-Salem, except for the decks. But now on the streets and different things like that, you're seeing more parking meters, but usually $1 or $2 an hour. It all depends on where you are, but really pretty easy to navigate, to get in and out of. And you're gonna find, like I said, way more wall murals and art. This is the city of arts and innovation, and this is a prime example of it. If you are somebody who likes to get off the beaten path just a little bit, this is going to be a place for you to come check out on a weekend here. Come out for drinks, dinner, and a nice casual date with you and your significant other is going to be a great place to do that. Also, check out all the different art galleries as well. So this is another place that we checked out the other night. You have Dogwood Hops and Crops, which is going to be lots of different microbrews, bunches of different cans and things like that you can get from different areas of the country. And the Trophy Room, which is going to be a bourbon bar, a much lower environment. You've got different lockers in there for their upscale whiskeys and bourbons and things of that nature. And you can get into all kinds of different craft cocktails within here if that's something that you're into. All right, again, if you are still here, you must be interested in Winston-Salem. Go ahead and click on the bell for future notifications, subscribe to the channel, and give me a call if you have any questions about, you know, the real estate market, downtown, restaurants to check out. Full disclosure, we're not out and about as much as we used to now with kids and everything like that, but this is a great place to come enjoy a weekend, meet up with some friends and family. Winston's got a little bit of something for everybody without being this big, huge, massive city. So give me a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email at joel@sandmanrealtync.com. All right, well, now we're just north of Innovation Quarter. We're up here in the parking lot of the Ramcat, which is just off MLK. Also shares the parking lot right here with Wise Man Brewing. So if you're a brewery type of person, this is a place you want to be. Ramcat's gonna have all your different live music. A lot of good acts come through here. And then obviously if you want to go sit down and enjoy a beer outside at Wise Man after that and just really enjoy this beautiful spring and fall weather that we have here, even in the evenings during the summer. And then across the main intersection here as well, you have Fiddling Fish Brewery. Tons of different breweries for you to come and check out right here in Winston-Salem. Across the street, you also have Earl's Restaurant, which is gonna turn into a bar at night as well, with some really good food right tied in here to City Center. So right here in the Innovation Quarter area, you have so many different options to come and check out. Just really depends what you're into the most. So this building right here is where you're gonna find Earl's. And if you're here on one of these select dates, they also run the Winston-Salem Junction Market. Out of here behind the restaurant and some of these shops, they've got some open space in there where they'll have little local vendors for food and different things come in and crafts to sell their items. Used to have a friend that sold their kombucha here. It's a pretty neat setup. And like I said, we are just outside of downtown. You can see it, the skyline right back there. So really this will be considered downtown Winston. And you'll see even more of, you know, we talked about how this is the city of arts and innovation, and you see a lot of different murals and wall art and things of that nature. Well, right over here on the backside of Wise Man Brewing, you got plenty of wall art there for you. It's par for the course here, keeping things interesting. And so this is going to be an option for you to come and check out if you want to go just north of downtown. And our last stop of the day today, that we're going to head to in just a moment, is going to be to show you the Winston-Salem Dash baseball stadium. All right, and this is going to be our last stop for the day. It's going to be Truist Stadium here for the Winston-Salem Dash. It's our local minor league baseball team. This is a fantastic place to take in a game, bring the whole family. They have all sorts of different theme nights every Friday and Saturday night. If they are playing home games, they're gonna have free fireworks afterwards, which there is not a bad seat in the house for that, since they shoot them off right from center field. This is, like I mentioned, an extremely family-friendly place because they have the kids zone all out here in the left field. For the adults, they have multiple different bar locations set up for places from Foothills and other local breweries as well. So there's something for everybody. If you want to get into it on the corporate side of things, they have different boxes and suites that can be reserved and leased for an entire year, or you can do different things game by game. They do private events up in the suites area as well. It's a really neat place. This opened, I think, around 2011 was when the stadium opened up. It was a year or two after I moved here, and I love coming to games here, bringing my kids, bringing my wife, the whole family. It's really a great place to go enjoy an evening out in Winston-Salem, especially if you're not going to go out and get drinks and everything afterwards, because, you know, baseball games do take a little bit longer. So if you're coming to enjoy a 7 o'clock game here, by the time fireworks and everything are over with, you're probably looking at 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock, depending. It could go extra innings. We did a client event here a year and a half ago or so. I think it went 13 innings. We didn't get home until about 1 in the morning, but that's an anomaly. That was a very, very long night. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of downtown Winston-Salem here today. Winston is a fantastic city, has a little bit of something for everyone. And this is just the downtown area. The city itself has way more to offer. So if you're curious about different things in and around Winston-Salem, give me a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email, joel@sandmanrealtync.com. I appreciate you all sticking around for another episode of Driving Triad. We'll catch you on the next one.